and they were everywhere. And I remember, like, I couldn't fucking walk in a room without turning on a light with a broom.
Fuck yeah, that would be too much.
You're a kid, that sticks with you forever. I still remember going to my attic to get like something in the attic, and they were fucking everywhere. And there was a row of just turds, like 10 feet of turds where they would walk back and forth. And I'm like, nah, I can't do this shit. This is not for me, Jack. So I'll always have a motherfucking cat in Mouseville.
Dude, what do they do? Because I've never had. I'm allergic. Do they like? When is it creepy to like see a dead mouse? Like, do they bring it to you? Like, isn't that scary?
No, I don't have any hunters. They're
Okay.
all hunters, but they stay in the fucking house. So, but if I let Gray out, and when I had Dimmy, they would bring home shit. You know, that's how they please you, by bringing home shit. That's why when you leave, cats think you're going hunting. Because if they left, they're going hunting. So when you leave the house to go fucking, when you come back, they want to see that you're carrying shit because you're supposed to go hunting.
I had no idea.
It's a fucking different world. It's such a intricate, different world of the cat and the dog and the animal and the pet. I wish I had more time. I wish I was 18 again and I would have fucking learned how to be a fucking mountain timer, one of those fucking Siegfried and Roy type motherfuckers, how to tame a tiger and fucking, sleep with him and pet his stomach. I like them. And, animals read you. Listen, when I was a kid, I got always attacked. I always got attacked by dogs. And at a certain age, they just stopped. I just stopped getting attacked. That means I was a rotten little motherfucker, and the dogs knew it. But once my heart got pure, once I got hair around my dick, and I got my thoughts down, then me and dogs got along. Because I didn't get bit again after I was maybe like 11.
Fuck.
But I was getting bit every 2 fucking years.
And were you like going at them, or they just out of the blue?
I'm going up to dogs with a 2x4 and telling them, "Come on."
No, I'm not saying you're gonna hit them. I'm like, I don't know, are you rubbing them? Or...
They would walk up with a chain, whatever, and everybody would be standing around. And as the dog was pulling away, he'd come back and bite me in the ankle. I'm like, what the fuck did I even do? And that happened to me twice. A dog walked past me with his owner, and then he came back and bit me, and then went back with his Doberman Pinscher brother. I'm telling you, I had the worst. I got bit in the face in the Bronx. I got bit in the hand. It was just a fucking nightmare. And then one day I stopped getting bit. All of a sudden, dogs like me? No. I stopped having fear in front of them. That's the real truth. My fear, after you get bit 3 times, you're going to fear fucking dogs. So, you have that fear and they know it and they bully you. It's like, when you walk in a black neighborhood, they're like, hey, Honky, what's going on? And, you just walk down the street.
I would love to get called Honky. I did my first sort of like, it wasn't a black room, but like the guy I was opening for this weekend was black. And so like he had like a mostly black audience. It was cool. It was a fun weekend.
Listen, man, in a comedy setting, brothers are the best, but you got to be funny.
Yeah.
You better be funny, and you better talk when in Rome.
Okay.
And they don't mind if you talk about them to their face.
It was
with a smile on your face, you could call a black person anything.
I don't know about anything, but it was.
I've been there. You sexy bitch.
Oh, well, yeah. I thought you were saying something like
pad pussy off you. That's offensive. You tell a chick you want to eat that Brillo pad pussy. That's very offensive. I used to say it to their faces, and they'd start sweating in front of me like, oh, my God, he's going to eat my pussy, this white motherfucker. That's a black girl's dream, a fucking slave owner to eat their snack, around with the hat, and can't trust it.
Oh, I didn't do that. And because I even asked, the first night I did pretty well, but I have a joke that I haven't done in years about like how I used to date a black girl, and I didn't know that some black girls wear wigs sometimes. And I hadn't done it in a while. And I asked the headliner about it, and he was so cool about it. And then he actually gave me a way to get into it. And like the first show I did, it's funny. You said like the black people are cool with it. The first show I got half laughs, half groans, and the white people were the people groaning.
Yes.
And the second show was not almost all, but a good amount black. And it was like, I've never had this happen. That joke did so well that my usual closer didn't do well. I should have closed on that one.
Yeah, but you didn't know. You didn't know. That's how, if I would ever go up and tell like a story, I couldn't follow it.
Really?
Like if I went up there and told like the hooker story or something at 20 minutes and I had 15, 20 minutes left, I couldn't follow it. If I'd said something about my mother on stage,
Ah,
that I found her dead, that's why when I ever did the one-man show, it wasn't going to work. After I brought my mother's death up, it just sailed along. And I couldn't put it in the beginning, which was I always really wanted to do. But that's a complete different chapter. I want to talk to you about something because there was two very interesting things that happened last week in comedy
okay.
that
Mhm.
really will affect comedy. Friday morning, a bunch of comics woke up from New York and they
Yeah.
woke up to an email that they had been canceled. Gomez, Florentine, Kurt Metzger, Dave Landau, I think,
Smith.
Dave Smith. And it was a club by Capitol Hill, blah, 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 you know. And a couple people contacted me. What did you think? You were up in Seattle. What do you know? And I was in Seattle 29 years ago. I was walking around Seattle in 1985, 6, 7, basically, because I left January of 2000, of 97. You know, in 23 years, in 20 years, the last 20 years, a lot of areas have changed demographically. And I hate to say it, half of these cities are getting infiltrated with the people who get offended, those type of people.
Gentrified.
Yeah, with the dogs and the bullshit and the fucking, you know, and everything is a dilemma, you know, and Seattle has been one of those places, you know, that the other side of town is shooting heroin and killing themselves, but the other side of town is fucking sensitive, you know, to no end, you know. And then, so that was Friday morning. And then Saturday, when I woke up, I was excited as a kid on Christmas.